Welcome to my channel. This is Serge bringing you another action figure collector's review on the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man 77. As you can tell, you get the figure staring at you through the window like a peeping Tom would do. You get a bunch of extra accessories for this figure. Over on this side of the box, you do get the little image of Spider-Man, where he come from that 1977 TV show. Over here, you get Marvel Legends down there at the bottom. Over here on this side of the box, you get Marvel Legends up there at the top of the box. You get Spider-Man 77 in the middle. You get another little image from that show. Over here on the back of the box, you get a nice product image of this figure. A bunch of stuff right there you can pause to read. You do have Spider-Man right there at the bottom. A bunch of that legal stuff. Over here on the bottom of the box, you get the barcode. You get a bunch more legal stuff. And up here at the top of the box, you get Spider-Man up here at the top. Let's get to it and open this bad boy up. Okay, let's take a good look at the accessories. And first of all, we'll go ahead and take a look at these little web things right here. The little, like, he shoots them out. And I like them. They kind of remind me of Halloween decorations in a way. But right here, they also kind of feel like, you know, those like plasticky kind of like snowflakes that you can get around Christmas time and the holidays for like to hang on trees or whatever. That's kind of like what these feel like. And they're very like flexible too, so you can bend them and move them in any way you want to, which is really cool. I do like that a lot. Very simple, and I actually love this with this because it reminds me of a simple web shooter from the 70s. Like, I mean, I didn't watch Spider-Man 77 because obviously I'm younger than that. But, I mean, it's simplicity for me. You know what I'm saying? Less is more. And I found that to be really good for what this figure is. And then you get these hand gesturing hands, which I don't know if you are familiar with the show, but I've seen clips. And he does do this with his hands a lot. And I always thought it was kind of weird that way he held his hands. But, I mean, that's just what he did in the show. I guess that mimic kind of like wall crawling or trying to be a spider. But anyway, that was a good look at his accessories. And here he is, Spider-Man 77, all out of the box and getting ready to shoot up some bad guys onto your screen. We're getting ready to figure out if this figure is really worth the purchase in just a second. Okay, let's take a good look at that sculpt in detail. And right here, we'll look at the face sculpt, and it looks really good. It looks somewhat accurate to what the box and what I remember from memory about what he looks like. The eyes are nice and big and silver. You got the black around the eyes. I think it looks good. The only thing I can think of that might be a little off is maybe the color, but honestly, I think they pretty much nailed it. The spider is very simple on the chest, and you know, sometimes less is more, and simplicity really matters whenever it comes to, you know, getting stuff accurate and getting stuff right. And I like that. The belt is very plasticky looking. I wished it would have looked a little bit more of like a leather belt or something like that, and maybe some silver paint apps or dry brushing around the belt. You know, that's a little minor nitpick. This is like hot glued on there or some kind of glue. I'm not sure, but if you heated that up, I'm sure it would pop off there, but do that at your own risk. If you are like a kit basher and you want that wristband, I think, you know, you could get that off there fairly easily. But, I mean, it looks good. It matches the belt. It's nice and uniform. It does have the line work in there. Same gripe I have with the belt. The hands look good, and we do get two-fisted hands. I just don't have them on the figure right now. And I didn't go over that in the accessories because I figured I'd have them on the figure, but, you know, I kind of like it the way he is right now. So I think I might just have these hands on this figure the whole time. But, yeah, the blue looks good, nice and simple. Pants are very clean on my figure. The feet look good. It looks like a Spider-Man should. Over here on the back, you get a bunch of that. You get a little bit extra red on mine right there. I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in a little bit. But if you like Spider-Man's butt, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, because I just showed you Spider-Man's booty cheeks. And I don't know what this is going on in the back right here. Maybe it's from a different mold, from a different figure, but I don't know. But I like the paint apps, how that came out clean on the back. And yeah, I'm very pleased with the way this thing looks. All right, let's go over that articulation. You do have him looking up that far, which is good. I do like that. That's a great amount. He can look down fairly good too as well. All the way down to his toesies he can look down. He does have that exorcist right here, which is the 360. He does have a little bit of head tilt, not much. He can't really tilt to that side, unfortunately. He can throw that perfect pitch. No butterfly joint. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbows. His wrists can bend in this way and back that way. And it's the same with the fisted hands as well. He does have an ab crunch that crunches forward that far. Back that far, which isn't a whole lot of range. He does have the leg splits that he can split out that far. You can kick him forward that back, or forward that much, back ever so slightly. He does have that thigh cut. He does have a double jointed knees that can bend in that far. He can do the perfect ballerina. His foot does go up that far. And he does have the ankle pivot. And that was a good look at Spider-Man 77's articulation. Right now I'm moving some figures around. So I grabbed what I had access to that was pretty close to me. So over there on his left from Hasbro, from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line, from the Green Ranger 2-pack, you have the Putty. And over there on the right, from NECA, you have the 7-inch scale Raphael from the movie. Here's my final thoughts on this figure. I think that this figure is not going to be your most articulated Spider-Man in your collection. In fact, he's going to be probably your least articulated Spider-Man figure. And usually, typically, that's a bad thing. But in this case, I think less is more. And because the 70s was a simple time, and they didn't have all this CGI to make Spider-Man look like Spider-Man. Back then, it looked like, Spider-Man looked like a guy in a suit, and I think that kind of works for this figure. I think it's very accurate to the 70s show. I didn't grow up watching it, but from the clips and everything that I've seen online, I think that it works with this figure. With the movements and everything, I think, like I said, less is more in this situation. The paint-ups came out really clean. I do like the string web design because it reminds me of rope, and they used rope in that show. I do know that for a fact. The web accessories, they turned out phenomenal. You do get an extra set of hands, so that turned out to be really good. And anyway, let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of the review in the comments below. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Serge.